Hello everyone. So now we have with us Sandeep Dharma, the mastermind behind creating theme shows. He has not only done shows nationally but also internationally and also won an award for the youngest fashion choreographer. And also you must have seen him on silver screen as an actor. So welcome on show.
Hello.
You tell me one thing, you are so talented, multi-talented. How do you manage so much?
How do I manage so much?
Yeah, as an actor, show choreographer also, doing shows nationally, internationally.
Well, acting just came in, and I think I did a couple of daily shows back then. But right now, I've always been concentrating on show direction, more of choreography, and more of fashion shows. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, that's nice. So I want to know that how your journey started as a fashion choreographer.
So basically, I wanted to be an actor. I tried being an actor, then I tried being a model. Then I got a chance to do a couple of college shows back in Pune, and I think my biggest hit that I got was back then when a few channels had stopped telecasting football shows and stuff like that. So we recast that. We did that relaunch of the fashion shows and stuff like that. So that made a big hit, and then obviously from then and now we've learned, we've grown in the industry.
And now, as I said that, you are the creator of theme shows. How did that happen? What was the, difference that you brought?
So in Pune, of course, everybody has been doing shows back then. There has been shows daily, but we thought we could do something different, so we could be recognized better. It's always better to do something unique than what people are doing. So we started doing creating theme shows. We started creating theme ramps. We started creating ramps over the swimming pool back then.
Wow!
So these were the ideas. Then we incorporated some handmade props and stuff like that. But this was then when the pattern of doing fashion shows and ramps on different platforms is not there. So we did the first show in Pune, I would say, on the swimming pool, and we created a boat-like ramp, and we created a lot of props. So there were a lot of prop integration in that.
Wow, that's nice. That sounds fancy. Where was I then? Okay, so because being a show choreographer is like a director, a leader, captain of a ship. Were you always captain like that, like throughout your life? In school, college, monitor or something?
No. I've been right back. I have not been in the front seat. I've not lead anything. I was just there as a student. Probably I was in the bad group of kids also. But never did anything of this sort where we could lead. This came out. I think this came out of more of experience, learning more, meeting more people. So we realized we could do more than just being a backbencher.
And if not fashion choreographer, what you would have been? Not model, not fashion, not related to fashion industry.
So I was a medical student. I got through with my dentistry.
Wow.
And so I dropped that out. I planned to do something that my passion was.
So dropping from a medical background, which is like a stable job, coming to becoming a fashion choreographer, what was your family like? So did they allow you?
My family is a family of doctors, so I think they wanted some change.
Okay, that's nice. So before going for the show, how do you prep yourself? What makes you, energetic and go for that? The day is big for you. So
everything.
What's that one thing that comes to your mind?
The excitement to do the choreography, a new choreography with new music, with different music, and something out of the box to be done in terms of choreography is what I believe in. So getting up in the morning thinking that okay, today I'm going to do a choreography which is going to be very different from what I've done earlier. So that's there. The kind of music we look forward to do, and of lately people have started accepting that kind of typical music.
Right.
That we've liked. We from the fashion industry like that kind of music.
Yeah. And you start prepping from weeks ago, or you're spontaneous? You do it on the day of the show?
So So if it's a fashion week, if it's a pageant, it takes about a week, week and a half. But if it's a one-day show, I think we are set with our collection lineup. We set up with the kind of music we're doing, and we're there. We just do it right there itself.
Okay, okay, that's nice. So, कभी ऐसा होता है that you see your show and do you see your show?
Yeah, I would.
Not from the console later on.
No. I keep trying to watch the show. I love doing that. So.
Okay, so कभी ऐसा हुआ है that you saw your show and you were like, ये कमी रह गई थी?
Yeah, I think almost in every show I've tried finding those minute things. I might have felt that the model shouldn't have entered then, but then it didn't really look odd or it didn't really look wrong. But in my mind, I thought we could have done this better.
Yeah.
We could have switched on the lights a little later their entry. So these minute things, yes. But then it's not that we see that and we keep implementing it again and again. We just see it, we understand. But we fail to implement it because every time we have a new platform, every time we have something new, we're excited to. So we forget what we wanted to redo.
Yeah, and your happiest time in the show, happiest moment of the show, or maybe the funniest, where you felt like, wow, I did it.
Funniest could be that I was doing a pageant 4 years back, and I had this girl, we were training and we kept training, but she kept giving up, so 4 days before she wanted to just quit the show. And I think that was the hardest because it's okay for us as choreographers or show director, we were like, okay, let her, it's okay, she doesn't want to do it, but back in your mind you always feel that you could have done, you can make her feel. So try doing that, and that was the happiest moment because she performed and she was in top 5, and when she came up she said, it was thank you for the encouragement. I felt that was a good time to at least make sure that you don't let people lose out. Okay, and your happiest one? This is the happiest. This is the your funniest. Funniest would be a lot of them. When we see an overconfident pageant model, committing mistakes while she's answering questions, while she thought she could have done it better. Those are a little funniest, and of course, I've done a lot of kids show, so. I find real fun there. So maybe not the funniest one, but fun moments are there in the kids show. Okay. And what about the worst moment that you're doing the show and you're like, shit, this shouldn't have happened? So there are times when there are 2 changes in every collection, and we missed out on telling the backstage head that there was a second change and the girl is already changed. Yeah. And the times when, the designer is okay, but then we feel, shit, this shouldn't have happened. Because the next entry was pre-planned with her. So. Oh, yeah. Actually, that happened. I remember it happening in one of my shows. I hope that was not our show. Oh, it was long ago, I guess. So, who's your favorite choreographer? I think everybody has a very different taste in the industry, and every choreographer, I like the kind of choreography people have been doing. Though we're about 17 years in this industry, but I see people who just entered for about 4 or 5 years and doing really good. There's so much to learn, and I think those are the new choreographers I like. They do more than what we thought we could have done, and we get to learn, of course. So that's there. And people think these are the challenges to see another choreographer doing good. I think this is a growth. So you see, you learn, you experiment. Yeah, true. So then pandemic happened, we all have been through the worst of the time. So how do you feel that this has affected your life also? Not in the ways it was affecting everybody's, but in professional ways. I think lockdown has really cut a lot in terms of business, and I don't know about others, but yes, I personally feel that I went back where we started, and it's the time to rebuild. So to reconnect with people was a task. in the span of 1.5 years, we tried doing a lot of online activities. We did an event called Lockdown Fashion Week. We did an event called Lockdown Bridal Fashion Week.
It was all virtual?
All virtual.
Okay.
So the models had to stay home, make their own masks, walk around, take a nice shot. We had a professional cinematographer team to
Okay.
edit it.
Okay.
All this said and done, yet I feel somewhere there was reconnect to be done. Somewhere there was a rebuild that was needed, and I think we are in that phase right now. So
Yeah.
we're rebuilding right now.
Yeah. And what all shows you have done internationally? As I got to know, you have done many shows.
So I've done most of the shows in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. I've done it for a couple of malls there. I've done the UAE events company. So I've done a lot of Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Bahrain events.
That's nice. And what about this award?
So this award was
How is the feeling like?
this award or that award?
Many awards you have got. How many awards do you have?
So I got a couple of youngest fashion grapher award back then when we were about 18. We started 20. We got it 19, 20. So those were small, quick. Back then there were these whole lot of awards that used to happen in a very close proximity. Now, for example, we are here for Show Directors Night. It's on a very bigger scale,
Yeah.
very larger scale, a huge amount of audience, a huge amount of industry people. So we didn't have all this back then.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was a very quick thing.
So how likely are you to recommend this profession to the youth?
A lot. I think there's so much to do today's date. Back then when we started, we were choreographer, we had DJ. We didn't have backstage head. We didn't have something called a stylist. We didn't have something called as art, director. So right now there's so much to do in this field, right from being a visual merchandiser, stylist, person styling, wedding styling, show styling, shoot styling, art designer. There's so much. I think I would recommend the youth to be a part of this.
And what suggestions would you want to give to the youth if they want to become show choreographer? What things they should keep in mind before entering this industry? Most important things of being a choreographer.
I think you should have the passion to love music because it all connects with the music. If you really love a piece of music or if you're a music fan, you can do a lot. So I think people start with choreography and then put with music. But I think right now, professional choreographers, show directors are initially planning the music and then their choreography. So the kind of music you need to know, the good kind of music you need to really love what you're what you're listening. And I think then decide how you want your choreography to happen. There's so much that you can play with the music. You need to have the art of playing with the lights. You need to have the art of playing with the choreography. So it's not always about entry and exits. So
That's
there's
true.
a lot. And I think in today's date, show directors are called show directors because it's everything they do, right from the backstage, right from music, lights, entry, exits, colors, going from lights to dark, going from darks to light. So everything. Today's date we have LED screen ramps. So you have to have the sense of what
Yeah.
goes on your LED screen ramp.
Yeah.
And I think the most successful choreographers are doing that right now.
Exactly.
And, they are not successful because they're doing it, I think, because they have that art, they have their passion to work on that. So that makes them different.
And who inspires you in this industry?
So I think a lot of them have inspired me back then. Right now, I would say there have been models, there have been choreographers, there have been designers. Everybody, I think, when I started, I really didn't have that sense because I don't belong to a fashion industry family. I belong to a doctor's family. So for me, it was always about dressing well. It was always about playing a lot with new kind of collections, loving the art of creativity. So
Yeah.
that got me to choreography, and I think that's why I'm here.
And I think you love creativity so much, that's why you're also into acting. So can you please put some light on that?
So it's a very old thing I did. I've done a serial called Happy Go Lucky on Star One. Then I did one of my daily soap. I've done Dhoon Legi Manzile Hame. I've done Diya Aur Baati Hum in the beginning.
So this is not thoda sa, okay.
So these are small bits and parts that we did. I think I did it just because I wanted to just do it. I think it was not that I wanted to make a career out of it. Just love to do it, so did it. But my only problem was that I couldn't do dialogue delivery well.
Okay.
So I took a step back. I realized I can't do it. It's difficult to remember dialogue.
But actually, you are, I think, multi-talented. That's what everybody says in the industry also. Coming back to our profession, what's your the most amazing show that you have done? You love it. Your most amazing experience in a show, or what show was that?
So I think I find more fun when I'm creating something unique on in terms of making the event, creating it. Doing these kind of events, like we do something called as the Style Icon back in Pune. We started with this brand with Phoenix. We joined in a little later. It had already started. So when we started doing it, we tried getting extremely different kind of setup every year that the show was created. So 6th season we did a V ramp with a huge 6 written on it. So the cutout of 6 made the whole impact. So that was something really memorable, because I think that remained as a memory for everybody. Second event that I produced by myself and I curated is called the Little Miss India, which is completely an inception. We started with we created the logos, we made the logos, we made the patterns of how the pageant has to run. So it's a very mini Miss India format that we do. Minus the swimsuit round, we do everything. So that's something I really, I mean, I've been still doing it, so that's one of the bestest that I would say.
That's nice. Actually, is there anything that you regret not knowing about this industry before entering the industry?
No, I don't think there is anything. I mean,
okay.
Not everything, anyways, in any industry is open. So,
yeah, exactly.
You get to know
Yeah.
once you grow in it, once you know it.
Yeah.
You get to know. So I think it's fine. It's kind of nothing new that came up to me.
And what's your future plan? Are you doing any contest? Are you doing any new shows?
So
where do you see yourself in 5 years, basically?
5 years, growing older. So I've created a couple of properties which I'm executing again this year. It was a gap of 2 years. So as I said, we are rebuilding. So with these kind of properties, we are actually doing everything from the scratch. We have to tell people about. Obviously, we have everything in hand, but putting across to people such things is it's a gap. So it takes a little while for people to accept what we've done. So we are rebuilding with our own contest that we've produced. So we are doing that right now in May and June.
Yay, we're excited about that. Anything that you'd like to tell our viewers?
I think we're here for the show directors night, and I am excited to be a part of this. There's nothing better that Talent Factory can do. When I've done the Pune Times Fashion Week with them, and it's a great experience. I think the whole team is fun to work with, but to learn there's so much, because we being in Pune, coming from Delhi, knowing what goes back in doing a show, we working on a format, getting new formats. So I think it's a great platform, and I thank you guys for giving us a show directors night, or something which we show directors needed, a recognition. So here we are. Thank you.
Do you have a message for the SDN team?
I think it's a great platform. We have an exclusive event for show directors, and a show directors night is something that I was looking for, but unfortunately I'm not able to make it because I have an event on the same day, so I'm going to miss it.
What are you saying? You don't have to do that.